All right, so we're officially recording. Welcome, welcome to our 9:30 class here on this beautiful Thursday. The sun is shining. It's doing its thing, and we're going to do ours. For those of you who have never met me, my name is Kim. I'll be guiding you through your yoga flow. I know many of you know my keyword is guide, so always pay mind to what's going on in your body. Maybe you're feeling a little tired today. Maybe you're tense. Maybe you went for a run. You just laced up your kicks for the first time in a while, so your hamstrings are a little shorter than they usually are. Whatever it is that you're presented with today, taking the time to adjust your sails, use modifications if need be, and advance wherever you'd like. With that being said, we're going to begin sitting up nice and tall, finding your way into a comfortable seat, whether it's Sukhasana or Siddhasana, your choice. Closing your eyes, you're going to lengthen through your spine. Take a big breath, inhale, and exhale. Try to soften that space between, behind, around your eyes. Relaxing your cheeks, relaxing your jaw. Notice the weight of your head as you relax through your neck. Feel your shoulders, your arms, and your hands. Feel your core, your pelvic floor, your hips, your glutes, legs taking their varying shapes, heels, feet anchoring. Entire body at rest here. Inhale, fills you, expands you. Exhale, relaxes you and roots you. Allow yourself this time, this space, to let go of what no longer serves you. Remembering mind over matter. Let go of expectation. Let go of judgment. And let go of anticipation. When we project ourselves too far into the future, it creates duress within our lives. So try to remain present. Give it 3 more breaths, here and now. Exhale, set those roots, imagine them growing. Give it 1 more breath in. And exhale. Nice and soft, spread your wings. Prayer reaches up and overhead. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, through heart centers. You bow your head to your heart, choosing an intention for your class, dedicating your practice, your energies, your efforts, whatever we manifest together today. For what purpose will it serve? Maybe today it's to remind you to go easier on yourself. Let go of those restrictive thoughts. Allow yourself to feel. It's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to have a great day. Sometimes we feel guilty for feeling good because others are suffering. Allow yourself both ends of the spectrum, feeling wholeheartedly, no matter what is presented. Give it 1 more big breath, inhale. Exhale into what is. Nice and slow, inhale, send that prayer to the sky. Separate your hands, relax your shoulders, big breath in. Exhale, right away, we're gonna hinge forward, reach, until your hands meet the earth, rounding your fingertips down. Inhale, we'll half lift, tummy inwards out. Exhale, we'll fold back into it. Allowing yourself time and space to breathe into the back of your rib cage, into your lower back. You might sway a little bit left and sway a little bit right, all while pushing down into your sitting bones. Give yourself this opportunity. Keep breathing to end resistance. 2 more big breaths, inhale. Exhale. 1 more big breath. And exhale. Nice and slow. We're going to inhale, half lift up your fingers. Nice and slow. Walk your hands over to the right. Line that tummy up with your right thigh. Push your left hip down. And exhale, melt and fold. Breathing through any resistance in that left oblique. Pushing down that left sitting bone. Give it 2 more big breaths. Inhale. Exhale, give it one more big breath in. And exhale, listen, listen. We'll inhale, half lift. Look for fingers. Walk your right hand a little further right. Peel your left arm up to the sky. Gaze up to that left hand. Inhale. Exhale, reach over toward that right side wall. Softening that right elbow. Breathing through that left side body. You give it two more big breaths in. Exhale, one more big breath in. And nice and slow, exhale. Use your core, rise up. Prayer connects up and overhead. Exhale, hands down through prayer. Third eye, heart center, bowing your head to your heart. Big breath in. And exhale, opening your eyes, switch your Sukhasana. Whatever leg is crossed inside is now the outside. Again, this is likely non-dominant, so be mindful if you need to adjust, put a pillow under your seat, anything like that. Lengthen through your spine as you take a big breath in, fill up. And exhale. Nice and slow, send that prayer to the sky. Separate hands, relax shoulders, big breath in. Exhale again, hinge forward, reach, 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 until your hands meet the earth, surrendering. Inhale, half lift, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, get you a little bit deeper. Holding space here. Seeing what you can see. Let go of expectation. Let go of that fight. Breathe into the resistance. One more big breath in. And exhale into what is. We're going to inhale, half lift, look for fingers. Walk your hands slowly over to the left this time. Line that tummy up with your left thigh. Push your right hip into the earth. And exhale is going to surrender you into that fold. Breathing for that right side body. You give it two more big inhales, noticing where the resistance is. Give it one more big breath. And nice slow exhale. Let's inhale, half lift, look for fingers. Listen, walk your left hand a little further left. Peel your right arm up to the sky. Gaze up to that right hand. Big breath in. Exhale, soften that left elbow. Reach over, reaching toward that left side while opening up that right side body. Give it two more big breaths in. Exhale, keep grounding down that right sitting bone. One more big breath in. And exhale, nice and slow, use your core, rise up. Bring your left arm up to meet your right, prayer connects. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye, through your heart center, bowing your head to your heart. And then opening your eyes, you're going to take your hands to the tops of your knees. Inhale, puff that chest up, gaze up. Exhale, round that chin into chest, look down. Inhale, puff that chest up, gaze up. Exhale, round it down, gaze down. One more time, puff it up, gaze up. Last time, exhale, round it down, gaze down. Coming back neutral, take a moment, sweep your hands to prayer up and overhead. We're gonna exhale, hands behind your back. Interlacing fingers, squeeze palms. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Chin tilts up toward the sky. So you're broadening through that collar, breathing here. Opening up that heart. Give it two more big breaths in. Exhale, one more. Exhale, chin into chest, hang your head. Breathing through the back of your neck. Maybe you slow motion shake your head. No, just breathing into all there is. Give it one more breath. Before you come neutral, inhale, spread your wings, prayer reaches back up to the sky. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye, through your heart center. We're going to find our way tabletop. So you can plant your hands in front of you, rolling over, or you can swing your legs off to the side and find your way to all fours. Whenever you arrive, find that table, stacking shoulders over wrists, knees are stacked underneath hips, and you're going to sway slowly side to side here. So undulating and oscillating, you're taking a taste as to what's going on in your body and where it is. So you know when to modify. You know what your limitations are. You know if you're going to eyeball those blocks or your boxes of cookies or whatever it is that you're using for your prep. Whatever you have with you, you know you can always use them. Maybe you arch your back like a cat and push up and out of your lats. Maybe you drop your tummy and slow wag your tail. Whatever you're doing, you're giving yourself the time and the space to adjust, adapting. When you're ready, you come back to a neutral spine at tabletop. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find your way cow back. Exhale, round out chin into chest, look for your tummy, arch that back nice and high to find cat. Inhale again, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find your way cow. Exhale, round you out, chin into chest, looking for that tummy cat. One more time, inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, melt your way. And exhale, round the back out, chin to chest, find that cat. Coming back, neutral spine table. Give yourself a moment, push up and out of the earth, activate those rhomboids, and then tuck your toes and lift your knees 2 inches from the earth. So you're hovering a table now. We're gonna start to build up that internal fire, your tapas. Give it 2 more breaths in. Exhale, 1 more breath, listen. Hover your right toes an inch from the earth. Hold it, 3. Hold it, 2, listen. On 1, flex your right foot up to the sky like you're a little running person. Exhale, take your right foot down to the ground. Bring your left foot up, hovering, 3. Hovering, 2. On 1, flex your left foot up to the sky. Hold space, big breath in. Exhale, step your left foot back down. Big inhale here. Exhale, send those hips high to the sky, downward facing. Start to pedal through the tension in your hamstrings, just checking it out, seeing how you feel. Again, you're gonna know if it's in your wrists, if it's in your lower legs, so maybe your ankles. I just cracked mine a few times. Maybe you're rolling out your ankles while you're here, waking up your body. Doing the best you can to maintain that frame, spreading all 10 fingers, pushing up and out of your shoulders. Keep a nice strong torso. So pull your ribs towards your hips, tummies towards your spine, and keep moving out those legs, work out those kicks. Give it 1 more big breath in. Before you come back, neutral spine, gesture both heels toward the earth. Inhale, come high up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, anchor your heels back down. Inhale, come high up onto those tiptoes. Exhale, anchor your heels back down. And 1 more time, inhale high up onto your tippy toes. Take a look at your hands and take a slow walk to the top to find Uttanasana, forward fold. So again, hamstrings might be really wound up. You can take blocks under your fingertips. You can also take a little bend in your knees if that suits you. Either way, you're holding space, you're folded forward, and you're breathing. Let go of what isn't. Come into a space of acceptance of what is and adjust. Keep breathing here. Big inhale fills you up. Let your head go. Maybe slowly shake a yes. And then slowly shake a no. Let go of that cervical spine. Give it 1 more breath before you come back neutral. On an inhale, let's half let fingers slide up shins. Hold that frame. Exhale, melt and fold back down. Soft bend your knees, sweep it up, Urdhva Hastasana. Prayer connect up and overhead. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye through heart center, arms by your side, Samasthiti. Inhale, prayer is going to reach back up to the sky. Exhale, chase that prayer down through third eye through heart center as you fold in half. Inhale, half, lift, left back. Exhale, melt and fold. Now bend your knees here. Get a nice deep seat, right? Feel it. Breathe. Drape your tummy over your thighs, and then maybe take opposite elbows. So we're trying to release the tension in our upper body. We're decompressing that cervical spine. We're letting it all go in this little inversion. You give it 1 more breath in. And exhale. Nice and slow, plant your hands down. So you're going to walk your hands slowly over to the right. So you're keeping those knees bent. You're getting a nice side body stretch on that left side. So keep your hips as if you were bent over and bent with the knees, right? So sit a little deeper, just stretch. Try to look towards the back wall. So off your right shoulder toward the back wall. Give it 1 more breath. And then slowly bring it back center, continuing over to the left. So you're keeping those knees nice and deeply bent, and you're walking those hands as far over to the left as you can to feel that right side body stretch. Gaze off that left shoulder toward the back wall behind you. Stay with it, 1 more breath in. Nice and slow, we're gonna release it back center. Give yourself a moment, inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend your knees, sweep it back up to the sky. Prayer reaches up, gaze up. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye, through heart center, arms by your sides again, Samasthiti. Roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. So my ankles are super creaky today. I don't know about you. So maybe you need to crack them a few times. Before you feel good, maybe roll out your neck. Coming back center. Inhale, we'll send that prayer to the sky, listen. Exhale, prayer hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms up to your heart, let your gaze. So you're tilting your chin toward the sky. You're holding this frame. Keep pulling your ribs towards your hips. Keep pushing your pelvis forward. Give it one more breath in. And then exhale, start to bend into those knees. Take your tummy on top of those thighs. Pull your fists up and overhead. So you're giving yourself one more moment in this inversion before you come center to inhale, half lift with your binds. So get your chest just over your thighs. Sit down into that seat. Give yourself a moment here. Inhale. Exhale, nice and slow. Release your arms like a little speed racer. Take them down. Bring them forward. And as if you're holding an invisible box in front of you. Hold that space. Keep your body parallel with the earth. Keep pulling those ribs towards your hips. Thumbs towards your spine. One more breath in. Exhale. Slowly bring that prayer in. Reel it into that heart center. Tap that prayer to the tops of your knees. Send it up to the sky. Push your arms past your ears. Maybe a little back bend. And exhale, swan dive, or chase your prayer back down to full. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms, sit back your left. Pause. And then your right foot. Top of push-up, plank. Push the earth away here. Good. Now you can hold the plank, you can modify it to table, or you can take your big toes to touch and do a little shimmy here. So you're holding the plank in your upper body, and you're just rolling to the outer edges of your feet in your lower body. So this is, again, waking up the side body, the oblique, working out of those lats, your delts. You're doing what you can to breathe and maintain this frame. Invite it. Worst case, you say no thank you. You give it one more breath, plank, before you come neutral spine, pushing the earth away, tabletop. Take a big breath in. Use your toes, come forward over your fingers. Come back into that plank or table. Use those toes, come forward over your fingers. Send it back to your plank or your table. One more time, come forward over those fingers. Take a moment. Now, if you haven't already, drop down your knees. Stay forward over your fingers. Start to bend into your elbows. Bring your elbows by your side. Squeeze your rib cage. See if you can fake out knees, chest, chin. Inhale's going to push you back up, table. Exhale, use those toes, come back over fingers. Fake out knees, chest, chin. Get it down. Inhale pushes you back up, table. One more time, fake it out. Come all the way down. This time, stay here. So we're in Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin. Right? Inhale, settle through Bhujangasana. Get your tummy down, pulling your shoulder blades back. So retracting those elbows. You're doing what you can to really squeeze like little grasshopper wings. Maybe you lift your palms. Maybe you lift your toes. If you have it, you're floating a locust. You give it one more breath in. Exhale, lower it down. Tuck your toes under, push it up and back, downward facing dog pedal. Waking up that body, seeing what you can do. Give it one more breath before we come back neutral spine. Gesture both heels toward the ground best you can. You can always take those bends in your knees and lift your heels if you need, but keep your upper body the same. Whether you've modified or not, your upper body is exactly the same in this inversion, okay? So give yourself one more breath, holding a static dog, whether you're modified or not. Then we're going to inhale high, bend those tippy toes. So send your hips high and try to get your belly button towards your thighs. So really pulling yourself in. One more breath in. Exhale. Nice and slow, high in those tiptoes. You're going to tiptoe forward, just one or two tiptoes to shorten the stance in your downward dog and lower your heels down, opening up your hamstrings. Keep pulling your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. Stay here. Hold space. Again, hamstrings are going to be super loud if they're tight today. So give them time. You can always bend into the knees and drape. Whatever you have, give it one more breath. Then we're going to get a little revolution in here. So inhale, look to your hands. Reach your right arm forward. Balance. And slowly take that right arm underneath you, reaching for the outer edge of your left ankle, calf, or outer edge of that left knee. Either way, you're pushing up and out of that left shoulder. You're not compromising that shoulder. Push up and out of that back. Activate your rhomboid. Big inhale. Maybe exhale, you bend into that right elbow, and you try to look underneath your left armpit. It's only going to stretch it and intensify it. Give it one more big breath in. Exhale, nice and slow. We're going to release that right arm forward. Plant it back down. Reaching your left arm up, hovering it. Slowly cross it underneath your body. Again, going for the outer edge of your right knee, your right calf, or right ankle, whatever you can reach. You give yourself a moment. Inhale, push up that right shoulder. Exhale, you might bend into that left elbow and really peek underneath that right armpit. Again, it's going to intensify the stretch. You do what you can. 2 more breaths. Exhale, hang in there for one more. And exhale. Nice and slow, you're going to release that left hand back to the ground. Gaze forward. Maybe you come high up onto your tippy toes. Take your big toes to touch, and you can do a number of things here. You can tiptoe all the way to the top, taking a walk. You can take a bend in your knees, take a few bunny hops, or maybe you take one big hop to find the top of your mat. Fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, finger slide up shins. Exhale, melt and fold, soft bend your knees, sweep it all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, prayer reaches up, gaze up. Exhale, put hands down through third eye, through heart center, arms by your side, Samasthiti. Roll it out. Again, adjust your sails, do what you gotta do. Coming back, neutral spine when you're ready. Shake your shoulders, roll out your neck. Before you come neutral, inhale, sweep it up, prayer connects. Exhale, take your hands behind your back. Again, interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Big breath. Keep pulling your ribs towards your hips. So try not to stick your hiney out and stick your ribs out. Okay? Ribs towards hips, tummies towards spine. Shoulder blades back, use that extra heart opener. You give it a big inhale here. As you exhale, start to deep bend your knees. Take your tummy down onto your thighs. Pull your fists up and overhead. So again, we're here. Get nice and low. Keep letting those fists drop up and over your head, stretching through those arms, triceps. Give it 2 more inhales. Exhale, 1 more. If you have the bind, keep it. Let's come up halfway lifting. So you're deep in that seat. Sit your heels in. Get your hips back. Keeping your arms bound. You can always release them. You don't have to keep that bind. 1 more breath. Nice and slow, we're going to release those arms behind you like a speed racer. Again, sit a little bit deeper. Burn those quads up. Then reach your arms down. Reach your arms forward. Locking into this frame. Hold it. Pull your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. You shouldn't be feeling any pain in that lower back. If you are, you're not doing it right. Probably sticking your hiney out. So try to tuck it under to protect your low back. Recruit your core. 1 more breath in. Take your hands to prayer. Reel that prayer into heart center. Stay nice and low. Get a little deeper. Big breath in. Exhale, twist over to the right. Now, don't let your elbow touch your thigh. We're doing this suspended. Right? See if you can get a little deeper. Fake it out. Keep breathing. 3. Keep breathing for 2. On 1, slowly bring it center. Inhale. Exhale, twist it over to the left. Don't let your elbow touch your thigh. You're flowing it. Hold it here. 3. You can do it if you need to modify. Don't worry about that. For 2. On 1, we slowly bring it back center. Tap your prayer down to your knees. Inhale, slow motion, rise all the way up. Woo, push your arms past your ears. And exhale, chase it all the way down to fold. Phew, that didn't wake you up. I don't know what will. Bend 1 knee at a time. Let your quads think about what we just did. And then again, we're going to do that little revolution, right? So you can do it a couple ways here. Before, I had suggested keeping bends in your knees, but if you find you're able to touch the floor with your hands easily, or maybe you're almost there with blocks, you might keep straight legs this time around. So you can do it either way, okay? So let's inhale, half lift, just to regroup. Exhale, melt and fold. Now, if you can keep straight legs, take a big breath in, and exhale, start to walk your hands over to the left. Now again, the goal is to keep yourself squared up to the wall in front of you. So try not to turn your whole body as you go over to the left. Push your right hip back. You want to feel that stretch. Give yourself a moment, inhale, and if you haven't already, bend into your knees and get a little deeper. So as you push your knees forward to bend and you sit your hips back, it stretches out that right side body even more. Give it 2 more breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, 1 more. Nice and slow. Walk your hands back center. If you bent them, straighten them. Give it a big breath. Inhale, half lift to regroup. Exhale, melt it back down to fold. Again, keep straight legs if you can. Keep a nice lifted chest. Inhale. Exhale, start to walk your hands over to the right. So keeping those legs straight, your body still facing the wall in front of you, it's only your upper body that's starting to move. So keep walking those hands over to the right as best you can. Give it one more breath with straight legs. And then if you haven't already, start to bend into your knees. So as you press your knees forward toward the top of your mat, you sit your hips back. You might be able to get a little deeper of a twist. Sit a little deeper here. Keep breathing into that left side body. Hold it 3. Hold it here 2. On 1, slowly walk your hands back center. Straighten out your legs. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melting, folding, soft bend your knees, sweep it back up, Urdhva-stasana, 1, big breath in, and exhale, chase it right back down to fold. Inhale, half lift to reset. Exhale, melt and fold, bend your knees, plant your palms, step back your right leg, pause, step back your left leg, find that plank. Now again, you're holding this frame, you're not dipping your hips, and you're not sticking your hiney up in the air. You have a nice flat back, pulling ribs towards hips, tummies towards spine. You can always modify by taking tabletop. So if you're totally gassed today, I have days where I feel like a baby elephant and I can't support my body weight to save my life. So maybe you're modifying the whole class. That's okay. Doesn't mean you're a bad yogi, just means you're tired today or you're tight, whatever it is. All sorts comes into play to affect our practice. If you're still holding that plank, give me one more breath. And then slowly use your toes, come over your fingers, lengthen. Exhale, slowly come back plank. Again, use your toes, come forward, come over those wrists. Come back plank. One more time, use your toes, come over those wrists, hold it 3, hold it 2, and again, if you don't have knees down, drop down your knees, stay forward. Bend your elbows, squeeze your elbows in, towards your ribcage, stick your hiney up, chest, chin. Inhale, push up, table. Beautiful. Nice and slow, use your body weight as you tilt forward, stick your hiney up, pull your elbows in towards your ribs as you lower down, chest, chin. Inhale, push it back up, table. One more time, coming forward, coming down. We come into knees, chest, chin, a little Ashtanga. Settle into this space, take a moment. Now, I challenge you to point your toes, bring your toes towards your behind. Good. Now stay in this space. Take a breath in. Exhale. Slowly slither yourself through. Maybe you come up high cobra, extending your legs. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Give yourself a big breath in. Exhale. Slowly lower it back down. Tuck your toes under. Push it up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out nice and slow. Working through any tension, any resistance. Give yourself the time and the space. One more breath pedaling. Before again you come back neutral spine, just your both heels toward the ground. Big breath, inhale fills you up. And exhale, nice and slow, inhale high up on the tippy toes, lengthen. Exhale, melting, folding. One more time, high up on the tippy toes, lengthen. And exhale, melting, folding. This time from high up on the tippy toes, again, tiptoe forward, 1 or 2 tiptoes, just enough to shorten the stance in your downward dog, bringing your big toes to touch. Give yourself a moment here, inhale. Exhale. Now, nice and slow, start to come to the outer edge of your right foot. So you're just staying in that downward dog, come to the outer edge of that right foot, twisting it out. And then slowly come center. Come outer edge of your left foot. So you're still in down dog, just stretching through those lats, your oblique, and then come back center. Inhale high up on the tiptoes. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your right knee, open your hip. Hold this frame. Take a big breath in. Exhale, one more. Nice and slow, step your right foot down. Send your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hips. You're in a nice short stance downward dog. You should feel so supported here. Big breath, lift that left leg a little higher. Slowly take that left foot down to meet your right. Bending into both knees, gaze for your hands. Maybe you take a hop, maybe you take a walk. You find your way into a forward fold. Take your time. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melting, folding. Beautiful. Soft, bend your knees, sweep it up. Urdhva-stasana. Prayers up, gaze up. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, through heart center. Arms by your side, samasthiti. Now again, shake it out for just a moment. We're going to come into a little bit of a balance here. Okay? So when you're ready, come neutral. Let's inhale, lift up all 10 toes. Exhale, pinky middle big toes down to the ground. Engage through your ankles, calves, knees, and quads. Squeeze your glutes, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Spreading those hands, palms face forward, gaze is at eye level. From here, we inhale, high bend to tippy toes. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your knees to touch. Hold space here, 3. Balancing with heels lifted for 2. Keep driving your way into your big toes. On 1, lower your heels back down. Inhale, come back high on those tip toes. Hold it 3. Hold it 2. On 1, lower those heels back down. One more time, high bends and tippy toes. Now hold space here. Maybe you sweep your arms up to the sky. Prayer connect up and overhead. Exhale, start to swan dive forward. Keep your heels lifted. We're going to take a taste of diver pose. Pulling your ribs towards your hips. So try to avoid sticking your hiney out, right? Pull your ribs towards your hips. Nice flat back, keeps you here. Hold that frame, stay over your toes. Big breath in. Beautiful. Exhale, slowly bring your heels down to the ground. So now you're in a half lift with big airplane arms. Take a big breath in. Exhale, dip your left wing down, right wing up. Turn a revolution in a half lift. It's pretty intense in that lower right side. So hold space here. Use your oblique. Big inhale. If you need to, take your right hand to your hip if your shoulder's aching. One more breath. Nice and slow, right arm back up to the sky. Tilt it back to those big airplane arms, gazing toward the earth. Big inhale, tummy's in. Exhale, tilt that right wing down, left wing up. So you're revolving in a half lift. Doing the best you can. If that left shoulder's angry, take your left hand to your hip. Hold your frame 3. Hold your frame 2. Left wing back up. Take both wings back down, horizontal, gaze into the ground. Take a big breath, inhale. Exhale, start to bend into your knees. Set your hips back. Beautiful. Keep those wings up. Big breath in. Now send your arms behind you like a speed racer. Stay here, big inhale. Exhale, take your arms down. Take your arms forward. Hold that invisible beach ball right in front of you. Settle into this frame, big breath in. Exhale, one more. Take your hands to prayer, pull it into heart center. This time we're going to take a big breath in. Exhale, twist it over to your right. Hold that frame. See if you can hover it first. And then take that left elbow outside of that right thigh and get the full expression here. Keep rolling that right shoulder back. You're going to feel it all in that left side body. Keep breathing. This is where it's going to get interesting. Take a moment, inhale. Exhale. Now gaze down. See if you can come up onto your toes. Lift your heels. Sink into it. There it is. Hold it, 3. Hold it, 2. On 1, bring your heels back down. See if you can get yourself to completely turn over to the right. So right elbow comes over towards your right hip. Left elbow's right outside of that left knee, or right knee, I should say. And see if you can plant your hands down to the ground. So walk your hands as close to your right foot as you can, and then start to lean over toward the right hand. Right? So from here, see if you can bend your right elbow and pin it into your right hip. So it's like a little kickstand. Keep walking your right hand towards your body until you have it. And then your left elbow stays just inside of that right knee. So I'll give you the front view. So I'm here and I'm here. So from here, this is the preparations for side crow. If your body's like, then you're going to stay right here. Your body says, hey, Kim, I could totally do this. You're going to start pressing weight into your fingertips. Grip the earth, keep your elbows in toward each other, and you might tip to lift your legs off the ground, balancing inside crow. If your body says, nope, don't worry. If you want to try it but you're afraid, take a block or a couple pillows right to the right of you, because you can always put your face on. Whatever you're doing, you're playing with the crow. Hold that frame, take one more breath, and then slowly plant your feet back down. Beautiful. Slowly take your hands back to prayer in that twist. I'll turn myself. Good. And then prayer comes back, heart center. Big inhale. Exhale, lower your hands down, straighten out your legs. Give your quads a rest. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend your knees, sweep it up. Urdhva Hastasana. Prayers up, gaze up. Exhale, prayer hands down to thread heart center. Now, we did a lot with our oblique. Take your hands to your hips and bring it around town. So slow motion. You're just circling out your hips. Push it all the way right, come forward, all the way left. Be so dramatic about this. Let your body breathe. We're going to take a Prasarita after this, and then we'll get into that second side crow, or at least attempt it. Okay, so when you feel good, slowly come back center. Good. Inhale, arms by your side, sweep it up to the sky. Exhale, chase it down, folding forward. We're going to inhale, half lift. Take your feet as wide as your mat. So I'm going to turn to the top of my mat again. And hang heavy forward fold. So you're in Prasarita now. Decompress here. Let your body breathe. Come opposite elbows if that served you. Sway gently left, sway gently right. Allow yourself some time, some space. Do what you can. One more breath in. Before you come back, neutral spine. Let your arms go. Let's inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Plant down your right hand. Maybe you use a block. Peel your left arm up to the sky. Hold that frame here. Big inhale. Exhale. If you want a little more, you can either take your left hand to your hip or slide it behind your back, palm face up. Maybe you wind your fingers around that right thigh if it's available to you. You give it one more breath in. And then exhale. Nice and slow, we're going to release that left arm up to the sky. Reach that left arm forward. Take it down to the ground, folding all the way, Prasarita. Inhale, half lift. Exhale again, melting, folding. Planting that left hand down to the ground. Slowly peel right arm up to the sky. So again, we're revolving from the waistline. Working through that upper body. We're creating more and more space each time we breathe. Opening up those lungs. Give it one more breath. And maybe you take your right hand to your hip, or you slide that right hand behind your back for the half bind. If you have that half bind, you might be able to wind your fingers around your left thigh. Doing what you can here. Give it two more big breaths in, just working through the space. One more big breath in. And exhale, slowly reach that right arm back up to the sky if it's bound. Reach that right arm forward, and again, take it down. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Heel toe your feet back to touch. Take a big breath in. Exhale, melting, folding. Soft bend your back up. Or Bahastasana, prayers up, gaze up. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye through heart center. And hands to your hips. Again, bring it around town, but do the opposite direction. So just sway around. Working out any kinks. And when you feel good, coming back to that neutral spine. Take your arms by your side, Samasthiti. Inhale, lift up all 10 toes. Exhale, pinky, middle, big toes down. And start to engage again. Ankles, calves, knees, quads. Squeezing your glutes. Ribs towards hips, tummies towards spine, shoulder blades back. Big inhale fills you up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, prayer reaches up overhead this time. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye through heart center. So again, we're going to check in, right? So inhale, come high, bunch your tippy toes. Squeeze your glutes, press into your big toes. Try not to lose your frame. Exhale, bring your heels back down. Maybe rock back a little, lift your toes. Inhale, come back into your toes, lift your heels, squeeze, hold it 3. Watch that belly for 2. On 1, bring your heels down and flex your toes. One more time, come high, bunch of tippy toes. This time, stay here for 3. Hold it here for 2. Send your prayer to the sky on 1. See what you can do. Separate hands, relax shoulders. Now, this is going to be a more challenging variation of diver pose. So take a big breath in. Now, imagine you're holding a visible ball overhead. Pull your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine as you start to hinge forward. So we're swan diving forward, reaching our arms toward the wall in front of us. And we hold space halfway. Give it a big breath in, and maybe exhale, send your arms behind you like a speed racer. So you're still in that diver pose. You're still pulling your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. Your heels are still lifted. You give it a big breath in. Exhale, bring your heels back down. So now you're in a half lift with little swimmer arms. Give it a big inhale. Exhale, start to bend into your knees. Set your hips back. You're in your heels. Keep going. Get deeper. Get that chest so low it may as well be touching your thighs. Slowly reach your arms down. Reach your arms forward. Hold that invisible ball again. So here we are, breathing into this space. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, burn through those quads. One more breath in. Exhale, take your hands to prayer. Bring that prayer to your heart center, so reel it in. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, twist over to the left. Hover that right elbow outside of that knee, and then make the connection. So now you have that resistance. Elbow pushes against that outer thigh. Your gaze is up to the sky. Your prayer is at your heart center, and you're revolving from the core. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale is going to get you a little bit deeper. All right, so from here I add on. We do that little heel lift. So gaze down. Press your weight into your toes as you pick up your heels. So you're balancing here. Get those hips back a little bit more. Try not to let your right knee travel past your left. Pin them together. And stay here. Maybe you can gaze back up to the sky. So some pretty incredible toe stand twisted balance. Give it one more breath. And if you have those heels lifted, lower them down. Now we're going to see about turning our body so your left elbow comes towards your left hip. Squat a little bit deeper. Plant your hands down to the ground beside you. Beautiful. Now hold space here. Again, I'm going to give you the front view. All right, so walk your hands nice and close to your feet. Your right hand is in alignment with your right shoulder, and your left hand is in alignment with your left hip. So maybe you can start to bend that elbow and push that elbow into your left hip point. Maybe your right elbow can stay at your left knee point. Either way, fingertips grip the earth. Maybe you bend those elbows and you find that chaturanga shelf to lift your feet up and find yourself a side crow. Now again, you want to be mindful that your elbows aren't pulling out like little chicken wings. They need to be toward each other as if you're going to squeeze your rib cage. So that internal rotation gives you the integrity of your foundation. You don't let those elbows slip out, you're going to fall down. Hold what you have, one more breath. And then slowly see if you can get your feet back down. Walk your hands back center and straighten your legs folding. Wow, arm balancing is exhausting. Hang heavy, maybe bend one knee at a time. Roll out your ankles. I know your quads are about shot, so we'll give them a break shortly. Do what you can with this space. One more breath, hanging heavy. And then we inhale, half lift. Exhale, melting, folding. Soft bend your knees, sweep it up. We're in Bahastasana, prayers up, knees up, listen. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms up your heart, lift your gaze. Squeeze your glutes, push your pelvis forward, hold it 3. Hold it 2. On 1, start to deep bend your knees. Shifting your weight forward, tummy comes to thighs, fists come up and overhead. You're stretching out again. Give it one more breath, inhale here. Exhale, nice and slow, release your arms behind you like a speed racer as you come up halfway. This time, take your arms down to hover the earth. Tap your fingers down, take a big breath in. See if you can come up onto your toes, lift your heels. Sending your hips down towards your heels. Take your shins parallel with the mat and see if you can catch yourself a toe stand. So this is a more modified toe stand. It's a little more accessible. If you want the challenge, pick your hips off your heels and hover here with prayer at heart center or hands at blocks. Whatever you have, it's 3. You have it for 2. On 1, bring your hips down, plant down your heels, sit down for a moment. So I'm dropping you down so you can give your quads a moment. Sitting cross-legged, whatever you like. Grab a quick sip of water, towel your face. Maybe you're just doing a little neck stretching. So we're gonna let our lower limbs take a breath. All right, so let them breathe. If you are sitting Sukhasana, as I am, switch your legs so we get both sides. I know we tend to favor one cross over the other, so we're trying to get into the habit of doing both. If you're rolling your neck, go it the other way. Best thing you can do is start training that non-dominant side. So my challenge to you from here on out, every time you get on your mat, sit in your non-dominant cross-legged. That's gonna help. Bodies don't like asymmetry. When we have asymmetric bodies, we feel well, uneven, asymmetrical. So do what you can. All right, so coming back neutral, give yourself a big breath. Inhale, puff your chest up. Exhale. Whew. Inhale, literally puff your chest up, gaze up, tilt your chin to the sky. Exhale, round out, chin to chest, lean back slightly. Inhale, puff that chest up, gaze up. Exhale, round it back out, lift your tummy. And one more time, puff it up, gaze up. Exhale, round it out, lift that tummy. Beautiful. Coming back neutral spine, sweep your hands to the sky, prayer connects up overhead. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, lift your heart, lift your gaze, tilt your chins up. And you have two choices. You can take your chin into your chest and hang your head, or you can lean forward. Driving it forward with that chin toward the earth. Maybe your forehead touches your mat, and your fist coming up and overhead. You might move a little bit left and move a little bit right. When you do this, this is really the power steering in your glutes, so you're gonna feel some resistance if you're here. Only do it if it feels okay. Give it one more breath, breathe in here. Before you come neutral, chin into chest, we're gonna rise up one vertebrae at a time, sweep your hands to the sky. And again, put your hands down to third if your heart centered, bow your head to your heart. Big breath in, fill up. Open mouth, let it go. Nice and slow, we're gonna find our way table again. So planting hands or sitting off to the side, your choice. And again, you're gonna sway, oscillating, undulating. See how you feel on that table. Give it some movement, some swaying left and right. Slow wag your tail, arch through your back. Wherever it is you're feeling the resistance, give it a little extra love. Before we come back neutral spine at tabletop, push the earth away. Right? Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees 2 inches from the earth. Hold and hover table for 3. Hold and hover table for 2. On 1, bring those knees down. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Keep your toes tucked. Exhale, round out chin into chest. Look for your tummy. Lift your knees an inch. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Bring those knees back down, arching it back up into cow. Exhale, round out, chin into chest. Maybe lift those knees an inch. One more time, knees down, tummies down, chins lift to the sky, cow. And exhale, round out, chin into chest, maybe hover those knees. Slowly those knees come back down, tabletop. Take a moment here, big breath in. Exhale, from here, lift both knees up, send it back, plank. Shimmy that plank forward, shimmy that plank back. So you're stretching out your wrists, you're stretching out your ankles, your calves, your hamstrings. Maybe send your hips high to the sky, downward dog, and you come back forward plank, send it over your fingers. Come back up, downward dog, send it forward plank, and come over your fingers. Give yourself a moment to play with the dynamic stretching here. Just check your range of motion. Might feel good, might not. When you're ready, come neutral, pedal out, just the traditional downward dog. See how you feel, big inhale. Exhale, coming neutral, gesture both heels toward the earth. Inhale, high up onto tippy toes. Take a moment here, inhale. Exhale, we're gonna shorten that stance again. So shorten your downward dog by stepping your toes like a little tiptoe or two forward and ground down your heels. From here, inhale high up under your tippy toes. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your right knee, open your hip. Here's your challenge. Gazing for your hands. See if you can press your weight into your right hand. Ground down your left heel and start to reach your left arm forward too. So you're really balancing here. If you have it, you might swing that left arm back like you're gonna touch your right foot behind you. Maybe you can switch your drishti gaze to look underneath you at that left foot, getting that right ear in alignment with that right arm. It's a hard balance, so if you're falling out, don't worry. If you can grab your right toe, you have the full balance. Give it one more breath, plank. Slowly release your left arm and your right foot back down to the ground. Inhale again, come high up on tippy toes. Send that left leg up to the sky. Bend your left knee, slight opening of the hip. Again, you want to push up and out of that right side as you gaze for your hands. Shift your weight into your left hand. Round down your right heel and see if you can reach your right arm forward, balancing. If you have this, you might send your right arm back as if you were going to touch your left foot. Maybe you can switch your drishti gaze
to get your left ear lined up with your left shoulder, pull your ribs towards your hips, and gaze to your right ankle. You might be able to touch your left toe. If you have it, great. If not, no worries. Give it one more breath. Releasing whatever you have. Right arm down, left foot down. Inhale, let's come high, bunch those tippy toes. Send your right leg up to the sky, bend your knee, gaze for your hands, step your right foot through, catch a low lunge. Hold space here, big inhale. Exhale, plant your hands down, straighten that right leg just to open your hamstring for one breath in. Exhale, rebend that right knee, step your left foot up to meet your right forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melting fold and soft bend, sweeps you up, Virvastasana, curves up, gaze up. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Keep pulling your ribs towards your hips, squeeze your glutes, put your pelvis forward. Big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, take your tummy to your thighs, and gaze down to your ankles, pulling your fists up and overhead. So again, you're folded forward like a little accordion. Keep sinking into your heels. Try to stay light in your toes. One more breath in. Exhale, keeping this bind if you can, release it if you can't. Take it halfway lifting, right? So we have our hands down behind us this time. Sit into those hips, take a moment, inhale. Exhale, shift your weight into your right foot. See if you can pick your left foot up, pinning your knees. You're getting a little kickstand with that left foot, right? Slowly extend that left leg back, taking a bound low lunge. Hold space here, big breath in. Exhale, here's your challenge. Take your back heel down. Turn your body over toward the left in a bound side angle. So you're still bound here. Push your right knee towards your right pinky toe, opening up your hips. Give yourself one more big breath in. Exhale, nice and slow. Pivot your chest back down to the ground, holding space. Now you're in a humble warrior, back heels down. Lift your chest up and take a little back bend. So back heels grounded, right knees bent, big inhale. Exhale, straighten out that right leg. Keep your heart open. Beautiful. Exhale, rebend that right knee and take that right shoulder inside of that right thigh. You can heel toe your right foot out a little bit if you need a little more space. See how low you can go. You're trying to get your forehead towards your right ankle. Okay? So keep pulling that right hip back, pushing that left hip forward. And then nice and slow, chin into chest, rise up, straighten that right leg. Tip your heart to the sky. One more time. Bend into that right knee. Take your chest down and forward, pulling your fist up and overhead, finding that humble. Keep bending into that knee. One more breath. Beautiful. Nice and slow. Come up, half lift. Pick your back heel up. Send your arms behind your speed racer. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your left hand down to the ground. Reach your right arm forward, up and overhead. You just went around the clock for an easy twist. Give it a big inhale here. Exhale. One more breath. Take your right hand to your hip. Telling you now, we're going side plank. So if you need to modify, drop your back knee down. If you're like, I am in this, you take that external rotation. Take the pinky toe side of your left foot down and swing your right leg back to either stagger or stack your left foot. Squeeze your glutes, push your pelvis up and away from the earth. Maybe extend that right arm to the sky. If you're modified, you're here. It's a little less intense, but it's the same. Give it 2 more breaths, whatever you have. Woo, baby, 1 more breath. Reach that right arm forward. Take it down, let's find traditional plank. Push the earth away. Big inhale. Exhale, use your toes, come into your fingers. Come down knees, come forward, chest, chin. Ashtanga. Inhale, push up table. Shoo! Use your body to come forward over fingers, drop down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, push up, table. One more time, come forward, knees, chest, chin. Slither through, low cobra, high cobra. You want to get real fancy? Come into that high cobra, bend your knees, try to touch your head. Right? Slowly melt your way back down. Give yourself a child's pose. You earned it, so come into it. Keep yourself here, breathe. Maybe your knees are together and you're massaging your tummy by swaying left and right. I have a habit of wiggling. I like to wiggle when I practice. So maybe you like to give little wiggles into your shapes too. Those wiggles really help. Loosens up tight joints. Gives you little massages. Whatever you're up to, give it 2 more breaths. And then slowly we make our way back to a tabletop. Okay, so meeting me here, take a sip of water, towel your face, whatever you need to do. We're coming back, table sway it out. Ew. 1 more breath. Coming back, neutral spine in that table. Push the earth away, feel good here. Exhale, now keep your toes untucked. You'll see why. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find your cow. Exhale, round out chin to chest, look for your tummy. Maybe lift your knees and stretch your ankles in a little hovering cat. Inhale, drop your knees, drop your tummy, lift your gaze. Good. Exhale again, round it out. Maybe this time you come up toeless dog. So if you send your hips all the way up, you're stretching the tops of those ankles and your toes. Nice and slow, come back down, knees touch, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Again, toes stay untucked. Exhale, round out, stretch the tops of those ankles. You might send it up for a toeless dog. 1 more time, come on up, do your thing. And 1 more time, come down for cat, hovering cat, or toeless dog. Coming back, neutral spine, tabletop. Tuck your toes under, make sure you have that stack, right? Because you're gonna extend both knees, both legs to find your plank, hold your frame. Now here's a challenge for you, take your big toes to touch. Again, you can go side to side, just rocking outer edges of your feet, or you can start pulling out my favorite little sequence of side plank hustle. You did a side plank hustle. Whatever you're doing, you are playing with your body. You are asking of these shapes. This is really gonna kick up your heart rate if you're looking for that. Feel alive. Give it, oh, I'm gonna fall out. 1 more. Lost my balance. Until you come back, plank. Whew. Big inhale. Exhale, use your toes, come over your fingers, hips lift, sky down, and face and pedal it out. Whew, 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 whew. Who's tired? Me. I was so tired when we started. Now I'm really, really tired. So give yourself 1 more breath before you come back neutral. Let's inhale high, bend tippy toes. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, high, bend tippy toes. Exhale, those heels down. This time, high, bend tippy toes. Tiptoe, 1 or 2 tiptoes forward, shorten your stance again. Take a moment, inhale. Exhale, now walk your hands back to your feet. We're gonna give your shoulders a break. Go opposite elbows and hang out. Maybe bend your knees. Woo. Decompress here, a little reprise for like 2 more breaths. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Do what you gotta do, 1 more breath. Before again you come neutral, plant those hands down. Inhale, half lift, finger side up shins. Exhale, melt and fold. Walk your hands out, downward facing dog. Short stance. So it's not gonna feel like a full blown. It's gonna feel like a really nice and comfortable downward dog. Now don't worry, we're not gonna pull out that balance again, right? So let's inhale high, bend tippy toes. Send that left leg up to the sky, bend your left knee, open your hip, take a big breath in. Gaze for your hands, step your left foot through, find yourself that low lunge. Hold space here, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, straighten that left leg just for 1 breath. Open that hamstring, fold it down. Nice and slow half lift, rebend that left knee, step your right foot up to meet it, fully forward Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold you back down, soft bend, sweep you upward, Vastasana, prayer up, gaze up. Exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms, lift your heart, lift your gaze, big inhale, chin to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, take your tummies to your thighs, gaze your ankles and pull your fists up and overhead. So here we are again. This guy. Keep your weight in your heels, no toes, right? The weight is back, hips are back, shoulders are back and bound. You give it an inhale, half lift. If you can keep this bind hold, if you can't, release it to a speed racer. You don't have to hurt yourself. Please don't. Give yourself 1 more breath. Here's the challenge. From here, shift your weight into your right bent knee. Pinning your knee, start to flex your left foot and see if you can do like a little kickstance. This is kind of like Kundalini, but not really. Give it a breath in. Extend that left leg out, tap your toes down, you're in a low lunge. Give yourself a moment here. Wait a minute, we're on the wrong side. Step that left foot back up. We need that right foot back. I'm used to mirroring you. Shift your weight, right foot. Send that right foot back into a kundalini, step your right foot back. That's better. Now we're on the left side. Give yourself a moment, inhale. Take your back heel down and turn your torso over to the right. So you're really holding on this bound side angle. Breathe that left knee towards your left pinky toe. It's gonna feel so good. I don't know why I love this variation, but it's so nice. Give it one more breath in. Nice and slow, tilting your chest back down toward that left thigh. Hold space, hold frame. You're in a humble warrior. That back heel still down. Inhale, lift your chest up. Take a little back bend here. Keep that left knee bent. Pull it out, pull that heart to the sky. Beautiful. And then straighten that left leg. Pull your thighs in. Keep that chest lifted. Inhale. Exhale, rebend that left knee and come forward for a humble warrior. If you'd like, heel toe that left foot out a little bit to get your shoulder inside of that thigh. You want to not pull yourself over to the right like I am, right? You want to pin your shoulders down, parallel with the earth, sliding that left shoulder inside that left knee. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. You give it one more breath. Slowly chin into chest, we rise up. Use the quad to straighten that left leg. Give yourself a little lift. Inhale. Again, exhale, come humble. Hold space there, 3. Holding space there, 2. On 1, nice and slow, come up halfway. Pick your back heel up, release your hands. Roll out your wrists. Shoo! One more breath. Take your right hand down to the ground. Sweep your left arm down, forward and up, around the clock to easy twist. Hold space here. We're going to go over that side plank and just 2 more breaths in. Exhale, pull that left knee in towards your body. 1 more breath in. Exhale, left hand to your hip. Here we go. Let me not trip over my words again. Outer edge of your right foot if you're going full blown side plank. Otherwise, right knee down. Swing your left foot back to stack or stagger. Pulling your pelvis from the earth, squeeze your glutes. Push. Maybe extend your left arm to the sky. Again, if you're modified, right knee's down. That's all. Hold whatever you have. 3. Hold whatever you have for 2. On 1, take it down, full blown plank. Push the earth. You can do it. Maybe you're rocking forward and back. Maybe you're rocking side to side. Maybe you're crazy and you're still doing that side plank hustle. Whatever you're up to, play. It's only going to build your stamina. Give you the opportunity to take a solid nap. Coming back down, traditional plank, big inhale. Exhale, use your toes, come over your fingers, drop down your knees. Come chest, chin. Again, so you can point your toes, bring your heels towards your behind. Hold space here, inhale. Exhale. As you extend your legs up to straighten, slither down into your tummy, coming low cobra. Maybe you come up high cobra. Bend your elbows, bring your shoulders down your back. If you want to challenge, bend your knees, try to touch your head. Slowly release it down if you're playing. Take child's pose. Whew. Now, I recommend the shoulder stretch here. So if you're in a child's pose, and you can take your hands to prayer, take that prayer down the back of your neck, and walk your elbows forward. So that's next tricep stretch. Breathe into your lats, keep expanding. Whew. Take 2 more breaths, inhale here. Promise you, we're coming down and sleeping from now on. 1 more breath. That's it, my yogis. Now, when you're ready, we have one final transition to get you to the top of your mat, okay? So come up tabletop, sway it out. After this, I promise, we're gonna take a big hop to the top of the mat. You'll have an opportunity to play, and then we're gonna come down into a little bit of a hip opener, and then we're gonna lay down, okay? We're gonna decompress. I'm gonna pull out some supine twisting for you to breathe. Coming back neutral, push the earth away. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees 2 inches, send your hips up, downward dog. Beautiful. Now take your feet as wide as your mat, right? Big inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale high up onto tippy toes. Okay? Exhale, sink those heels back down. So you're in a nice wide-legged downward dog. Inhale high up on the tippy toes. Exhale, lower it down. One more time, high up on the tippy toes. Now listen, tiptoe your toes forward, one or two tiptoes to shorten your stance. You're still in a downward dog formation, just wide-legged. So it's like a really super extended prosrita, if you're trying to reach for the mat in front of you. Keep those palms grounded. Give yourself a moment here, inhale, like a little suspension cable, you're breathing through that upper body, decompressing. One more breath. Inhale, half look for fingers. Come high up onto your tippy toes, start to push into your hands. Now, think cat back. So don't do a cow back, cat your back. Gaze for your thumbs. Maybe you bend your knees, and you can take a couple hops to a wide-legged stance at the top, or you can take hops, okay? So these are straddle hops. When you bounce up, you push up out of those shoulders. Think like a cat back. Push the earth away. Until you eventually find the top of your mat, and we're going to squat down in Malasana. Okay? So we're going to take a pause Malasana. I'll come to face you. Your heels want to be grounded here. So get to the top of your mat, feet wide, heels grounded. Adopt a block or a pillow or three, and sit down into it. Elbows are inside of your knees, prayers at heart center. Push your thumbs into your sternum, keep your chest lifted. Big inhale, fill up. Open mouth, let it go. Now close your eyes. We're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. I want you to soften that space between and behind and around your eyes. I want you to relax your cheeks and your jaw. Invite that space. Soften your glutes. Give it 1 more big breath in. And nice and slow exhale. Beautiful. Slowly, you're going to take your hands down to the ground in front of you, and then switch to behind you for support, so that you can sit your high knee down and take the bottoms of your feet to touch. You're officially in Baddha Konasana. Flutter your wings, pump them up and down. Roll out your neck while you're at it. Hang your head. Maybe gazing up to the sky, maybe an ear toward a shoulder. You can do lots of things while you flutter your wings. Before you come back neutral, right? Taking your hands to your ankles or maybe the tops of your feet bound. I like my ankles, even though I can touch my feet. Inhale, pop your chest up, gaze up. Exhale, round out, lean back slightly. 1 more time, puff up, gaze up. Exhale, round out, gaze down. This time, puff up, gaze up. Exhale, lean forward. So let your elbows push your knees down and away. You're going to feel that external rotation, asking your adductors to open just a little bit more. If you can switch your grip, maybe you interlace your hands on top of your feet and take your forearms down to the ground in front of you. So that encourages you down and forward. And like a little rubber band, again, you can wiggle. You kind of move a little left, move a little right. Maybe you pump yourself up and down. You know, like those little railroad cars, you got to like pump it up and down. That's you. You're pumping up and down. 1 more breath. Where does she come up with this stuff? Yeah, I don't know either. Inhale, tummy in, rinse out. Exhale, get a little deeper. Maybe extend your right hand forward, maybe your left. Creep your fingers a little further forward, like little gecko hands. Tummies in, rinse out. Exhale, that's it. Nice and slow. We're going to inhale, half a look for your fingers. Reach your arms forward like you're holding an invisible beach ball. Chin to chest. Now I'll give you the side view. Cat your back. Cat back. Start to lean back with that cat back. Lean it back. Keep leaning. Keep reaching forward. Keep those butterfly legs the same. Lower back hits, middle back hits, upper back hits, shoulders, arms, hands. We're into Baddha Konasana, and you're moving your head side to side. Ground down the back of your head. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Give yourself a moment. 2 big breaths in. Ooh, exhale. 1 more big breath in. And nice and slow, exhale. Slowly taking your knees to touch, with or without assistance. Those knees touch, and you heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. So now you're in a TP pose. And you're letting it go here. Keep pushing your tummy towards your spine, loosening up. Big inhales. And big exhales. Nice and slow, you're going to heel toe your feet to hips with distance. So knees part, feet plant. Take your arms out to capital T or cactus, round down your shoulders, right? From here, send your right leg up to the sky. Roll out that ankle and roll it the other way. Coming back neutral, flex your right foot, take that right ankle top of your left thigh, right knee presses away. Your right hand can assist. We're only gonna do this for a moment because we're doing a little bit of a supine twist with this shape. Take a moment, inhale. Exhale, slowly let this whole shape fall over to the right. So your knees start to tilt over toward the right. So your right heel is driving that left knee toward the ground. Now, if you want to intensify it a little bit, heel toe your left foot over to the left. That's gonna take you out. Keep your shoulders the same, maybe peering off that left arm. 2 big breaths in to the top of that left hip. 1 more breath. Slowly gaze up to the sky. Bring that figure 4 back center. Heel toe your left foot back in if you moved it. And now we're going to tip it over to the left. So your figure 4 tips to the left. Right foot plants to the ground and you feel that nice stretch. You might feel your piriformis, your IT. It depends on you. It's mostly IT. Right knee is up, or you can take your left hand and pull that right knee down toward the ground. So that intensifies the stretch. Gaze off your right shoulder. 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale into that lower back, side body. 1 more breath. Beautiful, yogis. Slowly releasing that right leg if you have it. Bring that figure 4 back center. Maybe rock it a little bit left, a little bit right, just to massage your glutes. That feels so good. Somebody needs a foam roller. Me, coming back neutral. Ground it down, send your right leg up. Roll out that right ankle in one direction. Circle it the other way. And then plant your right foot down to meet your left. Inhale, left leg up, flex your foot. Roll out that ankle in one direction. Roll it the other way. Big inhale. Exhale, left ankle top of that right thigh, and you flex your left foot to protect your connective ligaments. Again, your left hand can push that left knee away to invite some more space. It's up to you. You give it 2 big breaths in. Exhale, give it 1 more. And then nice and slow, we're going to take that supine twist. So your figure 4 starts to tip over toward the left this time. Right? So that whole figure 4 just tipped over. Your left heel's driving that right knee down toward the ground. So you're really feeling an incredible stretch at the top of that right hip. You can always heel toe your right foot over to the right a little bit to get it more intense. Gazing off your right shoulder. Give it 2 more breaths in. 1 more. Nice and slow. We're going to bring that figure 4 back up in center. Heel toe your right foot in if you moved it. Take a moment, inhale, and then supine twist it over to the right. So you're tipping your figure 4 over to the right. Plant your left foot down to the ground. Your knee can stay up in the sky, or you take your right hand and pull that left knee in towards your body. All right, gazing off that left shoulder, you do what you can in this space. Close your eyes, breathe in for that IT band, lower back, glutes, oblique. 1 more breath. Excellent. Nice and slow, we're going to release that leg, bring your left knee back up, and bring your figure 4 back center. Maybe you rock it a little bit left and you rock it a little bit right. Coming neutral when you're ready, you release that left leg up to the sky, roll out that left ankle in one direction, roll it in the other direction, step your left foot down to meet your right. Windshield wiper knees side to side, and now you have an option. You can take any variation of Shavasana you see fit. If you want to bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug and fall to your right or left to find fetal, you can do that. If you want to catch a waterfall just to build up some more fire before we relax, you can do that. You can take the bottoms of your feet to touch and relax into Supta Baddha Konasana or TP or traditional Shavasana. Whatever you're doing, in the next few breaths, you're passing through some shapes to play and then ultimately come to your final resting pose. So when you're ready, only when you're ready, you find your way into that final pose. Closing your eyes when you arrive. Any arm variations, any leg variations. You can use blankets and pillows and props to prop you up if you'd like. Whatever you're up to, hold space. Find stillness. if only for a little while. I know for some of us that's such an elusive concept. Stillness does not exist. Maybe we tend to wiggle our legs. We have restless leg syndrome. Our minds don't stop. Whatever it is, surrender into the process. Take note of your breath, that inhale as it fills you up. Feel it expand your lungs, opening your rib cage. And feel it contracting, letting everything go. Feel your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Feel your core, your pelvic floor. Feel your hips, your glutes. Your legs taking their varying shapes. Arms heavy. Hands heavy. Your entire body at rest. Breathing as one. And slowly, my yogis, gently begin to heighten your awareness, deepening your breath, breathing to the crown of your head, down to your fingertips and down to your toes. Notice sound, scent, and sensation, wiggling each finger and each toe, moving your head gently side to side. Coming back neutral. Inhale, extend your arms overhead. Maybe taking a full body stretch. Lengthen out here like you just woke up for like the second or third time. One more breath in. Exhale, take a bend into your knees and then bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself that hug. Really tug them into your side body. Moving left, moving right, flexing your feet. Big breath in. And exhale, fall over to the right or left side. Find your fetal pose. Let everything go there. Give it one more big breath in. And nice and slow exhale. Then gently, when you feel ready, press your way up to a comfortable seat on your mat, grounding down into your sitting bones, lengthening through your spine. Take your hands to prayer, heart center, bowing your head to your heart. Pressing your pinkies and your thumbs together, release your middle fingers, create a blossom, and within it place your intention, visualizing all of its light, all it has to offer. Lend it your patience, your compassion, your perseverance. On an inhale, lift it all the way to the sky, presents the world. And on an exhale, allow your hands to part. As they falter beside you, imagine that light making its way out into the world to take root and make a difference. Hands come back to prayer, heart center, bowing your head to your heart one last time. The light within me honors that brilliant shining light within each and every one of you. I'd like to close our class with the sound of Om. If you'd like to join me, exhale the air out of your lungs. Inhaling for Om. Om. Om Shanti Shanti, Om Peace Peace. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon and evening, rest of your week and your weekend. Hopefully we'll see you again one day soon, but until we meet again, namaste. Whew, well done.